Yo, what's going on? What's going on? This KD. This is my channel. Thanks for stopping by. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, ask a question. This is what we do, man. We talk about some things here. So today, I want to talk about this video. It was a young lady. She posted this video saying that she has an 830 credit score. She has 2 cars that are paid off. She's buying a house. Says she doesn't cook, but she's willing to learn. And not that she can't cook, she just doesn't cook as much as she needs to. She's very considerate of her partner. She's not toxic at all. And she has a big booty. Why am I single, she asks. So, I just want to talk about that day. And with all those accolades laid out, I want you to leave in the comments. Tell me, why do you think women like that are single? Why do you think highly successful, financially secure, or above average looking women are single? Why don't men approach them more often? Tell me what you think. So I want to get into this video a little bit and my thoughts on a lot of women that are highly successful or above average looking or financially secure, have everything. I think that they are intimidating. I think men are intimidated by these women, and not in a masculine way, but I think that men project their own insecurities onto these women. They look at these women and it's almost like a comparison or a measure. It's like, okay, men look at themselves for everything that they don't have and project it onto these women, and they don't approach them. And I feel like it's not fair to these women because that's not their fault, not their problem. And how do you know they won't like you? How do you know that you won't strike an interest with these women? But they never take that shot. I think they fear the rejection of it more so than they want to take the shot, you know? But a lot of times men can see the discipline of a woman. If she's worked this hard, and she's established herself, she has a great amount of discipline. And sometimes men know that I am not willing to match that discipline. I just don't have that desire to do that. Sometimes it's the discipline, and I call it not having the tools in your toolbox. Sometimes men just don't have the tools for that job. And I don't mean an appendage. I'm not talking about some anatomy or something physical or sexual. I'm saying sometimes they just know that they're not equipped intellectually, or they're not equipped with the desire to match the energy or the discipline of that woman. They know that there's nothing I can do to elevate this woman beyond what she's already done for herself, and I'm not willing to try. So they're intimidated because they feel like, you know what, there's nothing I could do for her that she hasn't or cannot do for herself. So I wouldn't be comfortable in that situation. And he's right. He would not be comfortable because she could be totally happy with him and he would not be happy with themselves because he would project his insecurities or shortcomings onto her. And it's happened a lot, like in relationships where the woman makes all the money, pays all the bills. Sometimes men can't handle that. They are highly intimidated and they feel emasculated, and they blame the woman or the situation that the woman has created sometimes. And she loves him just fine, but he feels insecure about who he is as a man. And that's why I think a lot of men do not approach highly successful, financially secure, or above average looking women. This woman in particular, she has everything on her own. She's doing it already. Men are looking like, if I can't match that, then what good would I do her? And I'm not willing to put forth that amount of energy to do that. Or they think about the other men who do have those things that they're competing against for this woman's attention. I had a friend that he had this woman, she was making a lot of money, but she was very interested in him. His thought was not that she had interest in him. He didn't care that she was interested in him and wanted to pursue a relationship with him. He thought about the men he was competing against, that did match her energy, matched her financial income. He was thinking about the competition of other men, and he missed out on a great woman. And I do believe that her financial independence and her financial status intimidated him, because all he was thinking about was, well, there are men around her that make the equivalent of what she makes, and I don't make that. And the fact that she really wanted him, not the men that made the same money that she made, but she was interested in him, he could not accept that. He could not deal with the fact that she was interested in him. And I think that's what happens. Men are intimidated and they psych themselves out and take themselves out of the game. And also, sometimes men don't have any idea what they do well. We don't have any idea sometimes what our fastball is. Now, when I say fastball, there was this motivational speech that I heard from Les Brown. And he talked about this baseball team and this coach. There was this losing team, and he talked to the pitcher and he said, "What's your best pitch?" And the pitcher said, "Well, I could throw a good curve, and I got this pitch and I got that pitch." And he said, "No, what is your best pitch?" And he says, "I think I got a good fastball." He said, "Okay, good. All I want you to do is work on your fastball." And that's all the pitcher did, is work just on his fastball. And he said they ended up winning a championship that year because he knew what his best pitch was. Men, we just don't know what our best attributes are or what we can offer. We don't know how to put our best foot forward. We don't know how to put our best foot forward. And I think that's what happens when we see a woman who is really present and secure in who she is. She's intimidating, and we don't know what our fastball is. We don't know what the best thing about us is and how to articulate that into an interest of a woman of what we consider a higher caliber. But either way, women, you are right. Men are intimidated. They can say that they're not, but if you're not being approached by them, and I'm not talking about the catcallers, I'm talking about someone who is seriously offering you interest and an intellectual challenge to meet you where you are, and they don't have to have the same finances as you. Sometimes it's just the companionship or a man willing to say, "You know what, I'm going to shoot my shot," and let you know that you're of interest of his. But I do believe these men are intimidated, and they also would rather take the path of least resistance, meaning that I would not talk to you and you got everything you need, everything going on, but I would skip over you and I would go after the woman who has lower standards because I feel like that's an easier target for me. So I'll shoot my shot at somebody with lower standards or not as, I guess, not as astounding, not as attractive, not as financially secure, because it makes me feel better as a man. I feel like, okay, I can deal with this. That's just what I think. And I may be wrong about that, but that's how I feel. You have to prove me wrong. But if you think I'm wrong, leave it in the comments. Tell me what you think. If men are not intimidated by these women, then tell me, why are these women still single? Why aren't they being approached by these men? It's not like they're getting in relationships and it's not working out. Men are not approaching them. And I say men are intimidated. That's what I think. But leave it in comments. Tell me that I'm wrong. Tell me why I'm wrong. And tell me, first of all, tell me why you think this woman with the 830 credit score, her own house, 2 cars paid off, and she makes money and got a big booty is single. Tell me what you think about this. Hey, listen, we're going to do this again. I'm going to follow up on this. Thanks for watching this video. We're going to talk about some more, man. Hey, I'll talk to you later, all right?